Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Monday, the 22nd of July, 2024. Return to full days of gaming after the React Day yesterday, but also a return to kind of chill gaming, meaning no crazy challenging Elden Ring, no incredibly stressful Street Fighter. Instead, we had two way more laid back streams, with Fallout 4 returning to the rotation to continue on with the Nuka-Cola World DLC, and with the return of Stardew Valley as a late night chill stream. On the podcast today, we talked quite a bit about what should be the next game or games that will hit my rotation. Basically, no one could agree, but we came to a few really good ideas. Number one being SNK versus Capcom Chaos, a fighting game that was just released during EVO weekend. It is a 2003 throwback. It's a weird game, but it's also kind of a fun oddity that you can laugh at because you see Street Fighter characters drawn in the SNK style and playing in the very oddball SNK style. It's a weird one. It's only $20. I said, I think I'm probably going to get it because it's just such a cheap investment. And even if we only play it for a few streams, it might be a really fun thing to laugh at, right? But in addition, the Nintendo World Championships NES edition that just came out is a great idea. Among a few other things that we discussed. If you want to see the full discussion, please watch the podcast from this morning. And by all means, please leave comments on that video so I know what your opinion is, okay? Then we jumped into Fallout 4. And Fallout 4 today was kind of a turbo mode run, and what I mean by that is we already beat the first half of the Nuka-Cola World DLC. The second half is going through the entire theme park and clearing out 5 different areas so that the gangs can move into those areas, and then I think it advances the plot to one more leg, and then it ends the DLC. And so we had begun this a month and a half ago when we were last playing it, but then we just put it on hiatus for Elden Ring. So we had already begun with the plot line of clearing out the kitty world. We did that, and we met Oswald, the feral ghoul. Well, the ghoul, he's not a feral ghoul. Everyone else is a feral ghoul. Learned his plot line, which is a very interesting plot. Completed that part, assigned that to a gang, went over to the galactic world, got confused about how to do it, and left. Went to the Safari was next. It might have been the Safari next. I'm not sure. Did that whole plot line. Did the entire plot line in the Nuka World ride and packing plant. And there was actually one more, too, that is slipping my mind right now. So we did all 5, except we didn't finish the Galactic's World one. I was like, well, how do you do it? So at the end of the stream, we went back. Come to find out, you have to find 20 Star Core items in order to finish off that plot line. I was like, wow, that's really frustrating because it's just basically a big overglorified collection quest. That's really annoying to do. So we didn't wrap up Nuka-Cola World yet, but we did get pretty far in it today. I'm looking at my camera. I'm like, why is my camera off center? There we go. I was like, why am I so off center there? I must have hit it. So yeah, but we got good progress. Regardless of good progress, and I would say probably the next time that we play Fallout 4, we will beat Nuka-Cola World and then move on to probably Automatron and then to the finale of the game. So a few more streams and we probably will wrap it up, which is the intention. And rather, we don't want to have this lingering playthrough. Support. Well, started off very slow, but by the end of the stream, actually was a pretty decently supported stream. So I was happy for that, and thank you to anyone who showed up and supported my streams today. Stardew Valley, another night where we made some solid progress. There's an event coming up where you're supposed to present things that you've either grown or produced of high quality. So we're working on that. I'm saving like high quality crops and things that we're harvesting. Actually made a bunch more recyclers. So now we're getting things out of the crab pots and tossing them in the recyclers and getting good items out of it, which is great. I think it's like refined iridium and other things we're actually getting out of it. We actually did some fishing down in the lava caves, which is level 100 of the mines, and actually got a few rare lava eels. We actually finished the mines, got to level 120, got this key that is going to unlock something in the future. And basically, we just kind of chilled and talked a lot tonight, which I think is something I was getting so heavily into Stardew Valley in the last few streams. I wasn't giving enough time to talk with the audience. Tonight, I actually like paused, set it aside, answered questions, did shout outs, talked with the audience properly like I should be doing rather than getting so immersed in the game. And I honestly think that the stream worked a lot better because of that. Again, it was actually a pretty decently supported stream. So between Fallout and Stardew Valley, it was a good streaming day. Good chill vibes all day long. Good content. I hope that you'll give it a look if you weren't there live. And thank you to those, again, who showed up and supported. Really appreciate it. All right. So tomorrow is my final consecutive streaming day of the week. It's Fighting Game Fiesta. On my first stream tomorrow, we're going to try out SVC Chaos, SNK versus Capcom from 2003. It's a very weird game, just to forewarn you. I bought it on PC. I installed it. I put my PC to 1080p, 120 hertz, so I'd have minimum input delay. I booted it up. I played it on my joystick. Here's the fun part about this game. It has zero lag in the menus, but the game itself has input lag. I think the reason is because it's the game. It's not, like, I turned it off. I turned it all the way down to zero input lag and everything. I don't think that it's the game, the programmers. I think it's the game itself. Like, I remember in arcades playing this game and felt like it was a very sluggish game. I just think the game is a sluggish game. I don't think it runs very well, and never did back in arcades in 2003. It looks weird. Wait until you see characters like Dalsim and Guile drawn in the SNK style. They are borderline bizarre. It's a really weird game, to say the least. It's going to be interesting trying this game out yet tomorrow, playing it offline, online, whatever you guys want me to do. I'll play against humans, but it's really weird. I also don't understand this exceed system. I can't remember how it worked. I remember that if you block and you have a super meter, you can dash out of, like, the block and then do a move. So it's almost like instead of parrying, where you freeze the game, you dash and then you can do a move after. But I can't remember exactly how to do it. And everyone has like a special powered super called Exceed Super, but I don't know how to do them. Like, I looked in the moves list, I would try to do it and it wouldn't work. So there's some tricky thing to it that I'm not understanding. I'm sure people who know the game will explain it to me tomorrow on stream. It's going to be a really weird 3 hours of exploring this game and looking at these weird characters and how they play in an SNK style. Of course, it has SNK characters too. Like, I tried Terry Bogard and I was like, oh, he plays pretty similarly to some of the King of Fighters games that I've played. So he seemed like natural because, of course, he's from an SNK game, but the Street Fighter characters play bizarrely weird, all right? So it should be a fun stream, even if it's a one stream and we never play it again, but I think it's going to be so silly and fun to experiment with the characters and how weird they are. It's going to be a funny stream and we'll want more. I think it'll be like an oddity series of streams to play this silly game. Tomorrow night on the late stream, I will play Street Fighter 6. I'm either going to use Honda or Dalsim, and I'm excited because I played with these characters during that lobby I did Friday night, and I was, like, reinvigorated to use them again. I was like, oh, I actually want to use these characters again because I liked that. So we'll have, like, kind of a weird fighting game day of SVC Chaos on the first stream, bizarre game, and then Street Fighter 6 online play with some of the other characters besides Bison, giving him a rest on the late stream, okay? So tomorrow, I hope you'll join me all day long for Fighting Game Fiesta, I'm calling it. It should be a weird one, but a fun one, I think, okay? Good stuff. So, guys, thank you for a great streaming day today. I hope you'll join me tomorrow for the final day. Please have a good night. See you in the AM, and peace out.